Good evening, my fellow short story writers. Tonight we're going to round three with vegetables, but this time kind of broadly, because vegetables obviously are not everybody's thing. I nearly say cup of tea there. That would have been a very bad mixture of metaphors, I think. Okay, so tonight, basically, your story revolves around the ingestion of something or other. In other words, your main character, or someone close to your main character, eats something and a transformation occurs. Now, it could be fairly literal, it could be literary fiction, and the life-changing effects of, this is where this started, somebody rediscovering the cabbage soup diet, which I notice if you look for it online, it's kind of there, but it's nowhere near as glamorous anymore as, what have we got, the keto diet and the caveman paleo diet and 5-2 intermittent fasting and full-on fasting and all these other fancy diets. So at one time, the cabbage soup diet was quite the thing, and I will leave you to look it up. And as the name implies, it revolves around cabbage soup, which gets added to, a bit like the story of the soup stone, over a period of a week. And I can affirm, I've tried it a couple of times, and if you are able to stick to it for an entire week, you will lose some weight. So, your particular character in your literary fiction story finds that for the first time ever they see themselves in a new way and there's a new outlook. So this is kind of almost a happy ever after story, but there's nothing to stop you putting in a couple of obstacles, people not wanting them to change, because this is how life can be. Sometimes, sadly, people don't want you to change because you then threaten them. And also their own self-doubts about, do I deserve this life or whatever. So there's a rich sort of vein to be tapped there. The other thing would be science fiction or whatever. Well, they go on a diet and it transforms them into, it's a proto diet, and a mad professor is trying out new things. If you want to have a go at the FDA, it'd be a good time to do it. It could be an analogy. They could be in a kind of a split test scenario for medicines or whatever, and you could easily transform that over to some sort of somebody thinks that they bought some sweets stroke candy, and it makes them into a ghoul, or kind of the horror thing there. And thrillers, somebody eats something and eat after burning, or no, sorry, burn after reading. So they find a note and it says that they've got to eat it. Or the thriller could be that they're a mule of some description, but what they're smuggling isn't drugs. It isn't even anything which by normal standards would be illegal. But what is it? I'll leave that down to you, you mystery writers, you. Okay, 3:45, we're getting good at this. So that's it. Your main character eats something and there's a story evolves out of that. And could be quite a good one, that. I've already written this story, but the character didn't actually eat. Something flew into his mouth and he became kind of, well, had strange effects on his personal life as well, his personality. Okay. Happy writing. Oh, like and subscribe and all that other stuff.